Hi, and welcome to our series on lighting. Today we're going to talk about metal halide dome lights. If you have a bunch of these, what should you do? Should you replace them? Should you keep them? These are used a lot in barns and warehouse areas. So let's look at a metal halide. Good about them are they work great in the cold. The bulbs in the ballast last a long time. They give a lot of light when you first put a bulb in. 16 feet or higher above the floor is the typical installation. Drawbacks are that the bulbs lose their efficiency very quickly. So after about 2 years, the bulb is only giving about 50% of its light output. So you should replace the bulb every couple of years, but most people don't. And also the lights take many minutes to come on. So what should you do? Should you keep them? Should you change them? I think there's some good alternatives out there. Let's do some calculations and see what alternatives are and if they make economic sense. So first, let's get our baseline. Here's the 400 watt metal halide. Let's assume we've got a fixture we're going to have on for 2,500 hours per year, 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, 50 weeks a year. So we're getting about 20,000 lumens of light output from this fixture to start. It uses 458 watts of power. So over that year, we're going to be spending about $343 if we use 30 cents a kilowatt hour. And over 5 years, including the cost of 2 bulbs changing over, we're going to spend about $17.75. That'll be our baseline comparison. So what are the alternatives we can use? Well, requirements for a fixture should be that it should work in the cold, should have a cover as an option, it should come on right away, at least the same light level as our existing 400 watt, put it at 16 feet if we need to, and be less expensive to own. So here's 5 possibilities that we're going to walk through and take a look at in a bit more detail. So the first one is a 6 lamp T5. This is a 5/8 of an inch tube, high output fluorescent. These bulbs and ballasts last a long time, no problem there. They've got lots of light. Of all the alternatives, this one will be the brightest. Light levels stay high. The T5 bulb has very good light rendering, so it shows detail very well. Light comes on right away and you can put a cover on it. So no real drawbacks, except we need to look at the cost. So here's the cost, 5-year cost of a 6 lamp T5 high output. So the fixture itself is going to draw 363 watts, and the operating cost per year will be $272. So over 5 years, we don't have to change bulbs. We'll be spending $1360, which is a savings based on baseline of $415. The fixtures are moderately expensive, but you're looking at around $300 installed. So in 5 years, we saved about $100. So almost a one-for-one replacement, but we get better light and they come on right away. Second alternative is an 8 lamp T8 fluorescent. These ones also last a long time. They've got good light levels, 18,000 lumens and higher. Light levels stay high over time. And it comes on right away. The only drawback to this fixture is because it's a T8 fluorescent, not a high output, they will struggle in cold temperatures depending where you're putting it. So the costing on the 8 lamp T8, you're looking at around 300 watts total for that fixture, which is an operating cost per year of $225. So for 5 years, we're going to save about $650 compared to our metal halide. These fixtures are a little less expensive, they're about $250 installed. So in 5 years, we saved about $400. So saving a bit, light levels may not be quite as good, and we have to be concerned about the cold. Next one is the 8 lamp T8. So this is an LED tube light. So it's got LEDs down the length of the tube. These bulbs and ballasts last a long time. They've got good light levels as well. Light levels stay high. The LED can direct the light down, so less lumens are lost inside the fixture. It comes on right away, works great in the cold, and you can put a cover on it. So the costing for the 8 lamp T8, you're looking at around 136 watts total for the fixture using a more efficient ballast. The cost per year would then work out to be $102, which is a savings of $1,265 over 5 years. And these fixtures are a little more expensive with the bulbs and the ballasts and everything, so you're looking at about $550 installed. But in 5 years, because of the less energy used, we saved about $715, so quite good. Here's our fourth alternative, is an LED bulb replacement. This one, you don't change the fixture, you just change the bulb. These bulbs last a long time. They got good light levels. That comes on right away. You only have to change the bulb. The only drawback could be that the LED needs to dissipate heat, so if you've got a cover on it, you want to be careful about that. The pricing on the LED bulbs, you're looking at typically around 200 watts for a bulb replacement, which works out to be $150 a year using our 2,500 hour rate. and savings of about $1,025 over 5 years. These bulbs, fairly expensive, $250, but over that 5 years we saved about $750. That includes the cost of the bulb. Last option is an LED fixture. These ones are where an LED is built right into the fixture, and they replace the metal halide. They last a long time again, very good light levels. Light levels stay high over time. The light comes on right away. Only issue with these is the LED needs to dissipate heat, so just make sure you get one that if it does have a cover that you've installed properly. Are these worth to change? Well, typical LED fixture, looking at about 150 watts on average, which would work out to be $113 a year to operate, $1,210 over 5 years. These fixtures are a bit more expensive. They're usually around $800, $600, $800 depending. So here we've saved $400 in 5 years. So in summary, you can see the different 5 options against our baseline. So the 8 lamp T8 LED tube is a really good contender. The bulb replacement also very good. And the T5 for good light levels, T5 is also a very good option. So all very good, with LED probably leading the way here. So what have we learned? Well, LED bulb replacement is probably the best economically, but just be aware of heat issues in covered fixtures. The T8 LED tube is a good contender. So some people even go from an 8 lamp to a 6 lamp and save more energy if they don't need to have all that light. You can have an 8 lamp fixture and just take two bulbs out. So in some areas we don't need quite as much light. Something else to mention is 6 lamp T5 high output. It doesn't save as much money in the long run, but it is what a lot of people replace them with. And if you can get away with it, you can put 4 lamp in there, either use a 4 lamp fixture or just use 4 bulbs in a 6 lamp fixture, and you can then save a bit of money. So here's an example of a 4 lamp T5 high output where you're getting close to $675 of savings. So the high output, very good option as well. Eventually you could be looking at an economical T5 LED tube, so that putting that in that same fixture, the T5 LED, could then reduce your energy use. Many governments provide rebates against the cost of the fixture. So in addition to the savings we've talked about, in Ontario, Canada, these rebates typically work out to be $100 per fixture for this type of replacement. So can add to that savings that you've got over 5 years. So if you're in Ontario, look at the government site, saveonenergy.ca, for more rebate information. They talk about metal halide in there, and they give different options and rebates and replacement options. Very good to take a look at. Make sure you choose LED for your next project, and thanks very much for your time.